One of the questions we get asked very regularly is, why should I take a license to carry course when we have open carry laws here in Texas? Well, owning or having a license to carry is more than just having that piece of plastic that you get after you pass the class. It's the things that you learn, when you can carry, when you should and shouldn't use force, what your responsibilities are as a firearm owner. Just owning a gun doesn't make you a responsible citizen, but learning things, learning the law, learning how and when and why you should use a weapon in defense are important to understand, especially when you purchase a firearm. Second, the reciprocity laws. We live close to Louisiana, we live close to Arkansas and Oklahoma. Driving into those states, understanding when you can drive into those states with your firearm, and which states you can drive into, which states you can carry into. That's important because you want to know where you can take your firearm and where you shouldn't. Third, purchasing a firearm, it's easy, or it makes it much easier to purchase a firearm when you have your license to carry. You do your background check when you get your license to carry, so that way when you purchase a firearm, we don't have to do background checks on you at that time as well. So it just makes the transfer process more easily. And finally, and the biggest reason, is carrying a firearm takes a lot of responsibility. I remember talking to a good friend of mine many years ago about firearms and owning a firearm. And when you do own and when you do carry, you have to be ready to use it. So if you're not ready, you really shouldn't carry. It's really a great responsibility to take that firearm with you. And I think one of the reasons I wanted to do this video today is because of the situation that happened in Twin Falls, Idaho this weekend. We have friends from Twin Falls. We have friends who live in Twin Falls right now, so it kind of hits home. Luckily, hopefully, I don't think anybody that we know is involved. But seeing the gentleman there with his firearm, taking the focus of the shooter away from the general public, who wouldn't want that to happen if you were in that situation? I think carrying a firearm is a great value to the general citizenry of the United States, and it takes a lot of responsibility to take that responsibility on. It doesn't take responsibility, but it carries with it a lot of responsibility to take that on and protect individuals, protect your family. I think that's one of the reasons that we want to be able to teach people about carrying firearms, because it is a great responsibility and we want people to be safe. And above all, we want people to be able to protect their family at that time, if anything were to go wrong. And with things that are happening right now, you always want to be prepared. So I would love to know what your thoughts are. Do you think that it's important? My answer is absolutely yes, I think it's important. But what do you think? If you carry in Texas, do you have an LTC or do you carry under open carry? And why do you make that choice? What's the difference to you? Why do you think it's important? I would love to know what you think. So my name is Scott Mackey, and these are the thoughts from behind the counter this week.